What's good, everyone? It's Chambers from chambersmixedit.com, and today, due to popular demand, we're going to be doing a tutorial for Yeat. We're not going to be using any plugins, no VSTs, no digital, no software, nothing like that. We're using all analog hardware synthesizers, and specifically today I'm going to be using my sequential Prophet 6. All the sounds will be coming from the Prophet 6 analog synthesizer, and I'm also going to be teaching you guys a whole lot about the music theory techniques that Yeat's producers use, because it's like a very unique synth sound that he has. If you're looking to learn a lot more about music theory and production, go check out my online class, chamberscourses.com. You can sign up and there's new content that drops every single month. Just yesterday I had the first R&B course come out. So far we did melodic trap and dark trap and ambient trap, did the whole music theory basics course, the drums, the structuring, the mixing. We did my first placement breakdown course. I promise you that is the #1 best tool for producers of any level to be learning right now. Today I'm working in Google Chrome, and here's what I have so far. I'm about to walk you through all of it. I started with some synth chords with an E minor triad. So music theory wise, like I said, we started out in an E minor triad, right? So here's the E minor triad. And what I did, I made it more tense. I took this middle note and I dropped it down a semitone, and that makes it a lot more tense of a chord. Then we drop down to this chord right here. I'm taking the B in the E minor triad and I'm putting it up 1/2 note, which is even more tension. And then I'm inverting it down an octave. So much more information about this on the online class in the Music Theory Basics course. And this right here is a C major triad chord, and then I just repeat it. So that chord sound, it already has a lot of high end. It has like a buzz to it, right? It really cuts through. It's sharp to the ear. So I want to contrast that with another chord sound I could use that's more filtered, right? That doesn't have as much high end and it sounds smoother. So here's what I came up with that. And here's the MIDI. Just the same thing except it's extended. But that's the filtered chord sound. Next I want to do like a more weird sounding synth sound, because Yeat has a lot of different synth sounds in his beats. I was really looking for something that's kind of out there. So I found this sound. And I used the built-in effects of the Prophet 6 to add a chorus sound effect and a delay sound effect. And then I also added some reverb, and here's what we came up with. Next up, I wanted a synth sound that has some more movement to it, so I thought, why not add an arpeggio? And here's what the MIDI looks like. It's just the same chords, just extended out. So we had plenty of chord sounds with the arpeggio. Now I thought it was time to add the lead. Found this lead sound on the Prophet 6, and first it sounded like this. So that was cool, but I wanted to make it have like a more sliding sound effect. So I put the glide on the Prophet 6. Now it sounds like this. And then lastly, I used the modulation wheel on the Prophet just to add some more pitch bend sound to it to make it sound more interesting. And then I came up with this melody. And now here's a look at the MIDI. You see really on the F sharp is when I'm putting that modulation wheel up, because you really hear the pitch bends. But I mean, look how simple it is. We're just going down note by note. We're not even skipping any notes. Up and down the E minor scale. And lastly, I wanted to have a very like interesting deep bass sound in it. So I went on the Prophet, looked for a bass sound, and I found this. Here's the MIDI. It's just E to the B to the C. And this pattern is interesting because we're not starting on the downbeat like right here, right? We wait for a little bit and then the bass comes in. And then I decided I wanted to do another version of the bass where I filter out the low end and just have the high ends. Also added some delay to it. Now if we put everything all together, Alright, so that's how I did the melodies, the chords, and the bass for this Yeat beat. Again, if you want to learn more about music theory, I definitely recommend to you my online class, chamberscourses.com. So many people are signed up right now and learning so much every single day, new content every month. I mean, if you know Yeat's music, you know we can't continue without. We need a bell, obviously, so let's add a pattern. All right, so here we have the bell, export it as audio. Now it's time for the drums. So for this video, I'm gonna use my Plug Essentials drum kit available at chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. All links are in the description and in the comment section for you. Plug style drums definitely go well with a Yeat style beat. I'm gonna use 808.7, which isn't really like an 808, it's more like a sub. Really like low bass rumble. I'm gonna come to the envelope tab, put that attack down, put the hold up, put the decay down, sustain down, release down. You can hold out the sub as long as you want. Clap number 4, we get a hi-hat, open hi-hat, some percussion, and a snare. All right, so let's get started with the drums. Yeat does a lot of club music, right? So you want to put the clap on each 4 count. I'm playing. Put on the 3 and the 7. The hi-hat technique is not just fill each 2 steps. It's more like has pauses in it. You do like a triple hit at the beginning. Make this one unique, change it up. Let's do a roll in there. Maybe add a low note. But in general, pretty simple with the hi-hats. Let's add an open hi-hat. Let's add our first percussion. I'm pretty sure it's a rim. So in the beginning, we have it right here. And then I add it like right before the clap. Then I made another pattern that's unique. Doesn't have the thing at the beginning. Let's add another pattern. I think this is another perk sound, like a triangle sound. Then I got the snare sound. Let's pitch up the snare. And lastly, I have this other snare that I'm gonna add at the end of each 4 bars. And pitch it up too. To make it more interesting, I'll come in here and add some panning to it. So let's listen to the rhythm of the drums so far. See, it's not completely filled because of the hi-hats. We have a lot of pauses in between. It's like a start and go style. Let's get the 808 now. The root note starts at E. Let's go up an octave for now. My favorite part is the relationship between the sub and the filter bass, because it's like one hits like when the other one doesn't. It's like an in-between thing. So far. But all together, here's what we have for Yeat. But yeah, that's how I make a synth beat for Yeat using an analog synthesizer. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, if you want to learn much more about music theory, chords, and melodies, scales, major, minor, production for trap, R&B, we got drill on the way, placement breakdowns, and just a whole lot of knowledge about music production and engineering. Go join the online class, chamberscourses.com. And if you like the drums that I used today, that's the Plug Essentials kit. It's only like $9. chambersmixedit.com/soundkits. All links in the description and in the comment section for you. Subscribe if you're new, drop a comment, let me know what tutorials you guys want to see in the future. Thank you all for watching today. Hopefully you can learn something, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.